Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego, and we've got a little bit of an unboxing, or an unpacking should I say, to start the episode off with. And the first package we've got here is a load of CMFs. So we've got one here from the Lego Movie. Can't remember what one I've ordered here, so I'll go through these in a future video. But we've got a whole load of villains here for Gotham City. So yeah, really looking forward to unpacking all of these. These are all sealed, and the seller has identified them by touch. So fingers crossed they've got it right. But yeah, can't wait to unbox all of those. And I will be doing a video very shortly, hopefully in the next week or two, showing the minifigures that we will be putting in our Gotham City. So yeah, really excited to open all of those. Now next up here, we've got another package from Game of Bricks. These are some more lights for Gotham City. So once again, a massive thank you to Game of Bricks for sending these over to me. I really do appreciate all of your support. And as always, if you do want to purchase any lights from Game of Bricks, if you use the code Dubbzi, you will get 25% off of your order. So I will leave a link to their website in the description of the video, and I highly recommend checking their product out. It is very, very good. I haven't had any problems at all with the product, and the customer service is fantastic. So thank you very much to Nikita at Game of Bricks. And the next parcel we've got here is from Craigster from Brickstage Pass. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel, and he has kindly sent me a piece of red track here for the roller coaster, and this is to go over the tongue of the Joker. So at the moment I've got a bit of green track there, and hopefully this red bit here means you're going to be able to see the tongue a lot easier. So thank you so much, Craig, for sending this over to me. Really do appreciate that. And the final package we got here is another minifigure, and it's the Flash. So yeah, another figure for Gotham City. So hopefully we're going to see a lot more figures added to Gotham City in the near future. Now, as you can see, we've got a big Lego bag here, and I went to the Lego store in Blanchardstown a couple of days ago and had amazing service up there as always. Blanchardstown Lego store is the best in my opinion. The staff there, I was stood at the counter packing boxes for several hours, and the just chatting to the staff, and they're all so nice up there. So massive thank you to Amy, Sive, Shane and Arthur for keeping me entertained whilst I was stacking the boxes. And originally I was going up there to get pieces for my Tantive mock. However, I was really surprised by what I saw on the big brick wall, and it turned out that pretty much all of this is for Gotham. And yeah, it's going to be helping with the build massively. And here in the first box, we have got some 1x6 bricks. And I've never seen these on the pick brick wall, and these are going to come in so handy for the roads around Gotham. And we also picked up some 1x4 of the yellow plates for the road markings. So yeah, it was amazing to see these on here. I just couldn't believe my luck when I saw those on there. So we pretty much cleared out an entire box of their 1x6 bricks. Now in this box here, we did get some bits for the Tantive. So I've got some of the 1x12 bricks and a load of the 1x4 tiles. And this is what took me so long, trying to maximise how much stuff I could get into a box. I've tiled over all of the plates here so that I could fit as much stuff in here as possible. So we've also got some 1x6 of the yellow plates as well. So that's also for the road markings of Gotham City. So that's all worked out well. In the next box here, this one's slightly different, so we can get into it. And in this box here, we have got some more of the 4x4 light bluish grey plates. I'm getting very low on that. I've also got some 2x8 green plates in here. But again, this is another piece I haven't seen on the pick a brick wall before, and I think these are going to come in super handy for so many different things, building techniques and also detail on buildings as well. And I've got several hundred of these as well, so that's all good. And again, in all of these boxes, it is pretty much the same thing. It's mainly the 1x6 bricks, plates and tiles. So yeah, really happy to have managed to pick up this massive haul of bricks here. To be able to get the roads all finished in Gotham would be fantastic, as it's really going to help me with the whole layout. And here we have all of those bigger brick boxes all sorted out. So a nice pile of the 1x6 bricks, some 2x3 plates, some 2x2 plates, some 2x8 plates, some 1x12 of the white bricks, some 4x4 light bluish grey plates, some 3x3 plates, a whole load of these 2-high snot bricks with the curved edge on the back, whole load of 1x6 yellow plates, 1x4 yellow plates, and then a whole box of the tiles there. And this, as I said, is going to help massively with the road to Gotham, but also with the tantive with the white pieces just here. So anyway, let's pack this away and let's get building. And there we have the bit of red track coming out of the mouth of the Joker, and I think that looks really good having it like that. So thanks again, Craig, for sending that over to me. Much appreciated. And now that we've got all of those grey bricks and the yellow plates, we're going to start working out where the roads are going to go. Now, in the last update, I had quite a few people comment on this section just here about the lines being incorrect. There shouldn't be a solid line there. I thought I mentioned in the video, so apologies for not making it clear. This is not what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is just a road that I've put down just so there's a road on there. And the same with these two going up. There will be a lot more details added to this, as you would expect to see at a junction like this leading onto a motorway. So rest assured, this isn't the final look, and it'll be the same with all of the roads I put around Gotham today, or in this update, sorry. They are just going to be the first draft of the roads. I will go in afterwards and put the final details in once I know exactly what's going where. And that's what I want to concentrate on in this update, is mapping out the entire road section in Gotham City. Now that we've hopefully got enough bricks to do so, I want to try and get the roads all down so that I can work out exactly where the buildings are going to go. There are so many buildings I want to add to Gotham. At the moment, I don't think I've got enough space. So I need to try and make some space if possible. And if that means amending the roads, then that's what we'll be doing. So let's go around the other side of the table and let's start working out what we're going to do. And this is the area that we're going to be looking at first of all. Originally, we were going to be having the GCPD here, hence we got the parking spaces just there underneath the top of the Old Wayne Tower. And over here, we were going to have the Flatiron-esque building, hence the strange shape in the tiles there. And the bridge was originally going to be coming here, but the bridge is now over here, so the support struts are going to be round about here. And this part here, it just feels like there's a lot of wasted space. I don't need this road here, and I could possibly do away with that one. So I'm just thinking, if I do one continuous road along here, then I could save those two. And there's probably enough for about 4 more buildings if I arrange them correctly. I do need to find a home for the fire station, and I want to find a home for a police and a hospital as well. So there's lots of buildings I need to add to this. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clear the buildings off of here to start with, and then peel the plates up, which have got the tiles on here, and just see how it looks with a longer road along there. These changes, they don't take much to do. It's not a very time consuming job, so I'm not worried about the disruption that we're going to have by doing this. So let's do that first of all, and I'll check back in once we've made the changes. And here we have the new road layout. I'm much happier with the area that we have here for putting the buildings on. Now, once again, these roads, the markings will be changing. This is not the final look or anything like that. I've just made some roads up quickly just to place it down, just to make sure that I'm happy with the city layout. Now, we've got the bridge that's going to be coming across here. So the building that's going to be sitting here needs to be quite low, and the building I'm thinking is probably going to be the best one to put in there is the fire station, which we have over there. Now, this building needs a lot of work doing to it. It's just been peeled off of a Mills plate, so the floor is very fragile at the moment. It needs lights putting in it. I need to replace those pink bricks as well. So I think I'll take that over to the table next and work on that one. Then we'll bring it back over to here. Then I can amend the road section down the bottom there, so I've got the numbers of the fire station built into the actual road section that'll be going at the base there. And that's the ground floor all amended. It's now on 3 levels of plates here, so we just lower that into the Mills plate so that this area here is flush with the pavement, and then it will drop down onto the road. I need to put some lights in. I want to put one on this jumper plate here, and one above the door there as well. But I need to make sure that the wires are all nice and tidy behind. I have the power supply in the floor above. So let's start working on that, and then we can sort out where the power supply is going to be on the next level up. And that's the lights all installed on the ground level. Just need to find a few tiles out to finish the decorating on here. I removed the snot bricks that were on these walls here, and they had a tile on the side of them. And the reason for that, it was a little bit too narrow for a fire engine to get in and out. So I was just using this vehicle here, which is quite small, and it was pretty much touching the tiles, so we needed to amend that. Now inside, we tried to make the wiring as tidy as possible. So we put these clip pieces just here and threaded the wires all the way through, and then we got the connector board just there, and then we got the magnetic light connector at the top here, which will go to the top floor to help power it. But again, I've made the wires go all the way around just so that I can keep it as tidy as possible. And again, down here, the lights wires were quite long, so just bring them down here and then looping them back again, it just helps to make it that little bit tidier. Anyway, now we've done that side, let's work on the next floor up, and then we can just check to see how the lights all look when lit up. I was originally going to have the fire station here facing out this way. However, due to the height of the bridge going across here, it was going to be too close to the roof of the fire station. So I think it's better that I bring the fire station to the front here, and then I'll put a lower building underneath the bridge there. I think it's just going to look that a little bit better. So I'm just going to amend the mills plate here so I can lower the fire station into it. The fire station is 3 plates thick, as we mentioned, so I just need to remove those plates, put a couple of tiles in on the plate, and then it'll be all level with the sidewalk there. Then I can amend the sidewalk for the fire engine to be able to come out onto the road. And that's the sidewalk all completed outside of the fire station. Not 100% convinced on the numbers on the pavement there and whether or not it should actually be light bluish grey or dark bluish grey. But I'm just going to leave it for the time being and just see how I feel about it. Now the lines there, I was just going to have those as plain yellow as opposed to the hazard lines. However, I haven't got any yellow tiles left, so they're due for the time being. But again, it is something that I can quite easily swap out. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move the old Wayne Tower here to this spot here. I feel like it could look pretty good next to each other due to the style of build with all the arches on the windows there, the same as we've got arches here. I just feel like it's could work quite nicely. There may then also be room for another building just to the side there, because I want to make this as compact as possible. So let's just move it down and see how it looks. And there we have the old Wayne Tower next to the fire station, and I'm loving it in that position there. I think it looks much better than when we had it over to the right here. I think the two styles of building go really well together. So all I need to do is just amend the base of it. It's currently on a mills plate, so we need to make it freestanding. Then I'll tile underneath this section, and then it can just rest in place. Now this building does need a lot of work doing to it. It needs lights put in and a lot of bricks replacing, a lot of repairs being done to it. So again, that is something that I want to do over the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure how to go about the interior in it. At the moment, it is totally empty, but it would be quite nice to have some offices inside of it. I want to have some light on, but not all of the building lit up. So I just need to work out how I'm going to block out the other windows, whether to put black bricks behind it or just put some cardboard in there, some black card. That might be another option. But yeah, we'll have to work out what we want to do with that. Regarding this building here, again, I just wanted to see how it looked having a building to the side of it. And I think it might look better to just have it a little bit further back and have some trees, grass, and maybe some benches on that section just there, just to give it a little bit of colour on that part of the build. And there's been a slight change of plan. We decided to bring the old Wayne Tower right to the edge here, and I'll squeeze another building in the gap there. I just think it's going to look better than having a building either side of this. I like all of the arches around here, and you're going to have 3 sides of this building all covered up with other buildings. So I thought bringing it here will just make it look a little bit better. Now I have made the sidewalk a little bit wider here than in other places in the city, and that's just so I can put some trees along there just to give it a pop of colour rather than have all of the grey. Now I've made up a whole load more of the train supports here, and what I'm going to concentrate on now is actually building the actual support that's going to go down the centre for the train track to sit on. So we need to try and make that nice and sturdy. So start experimenting with that and see what we can come up with. And here we have the first attempt at the support structure, and not liking the look of it at the moment. The problem we've got is you can't see the lower floor of these buildings, especially the fire station. I love the arches on there, but you're going to have to get down low in order to be able to see them. So I just need to work out what to do here. One option I have is I have one support pillar on this pavement and then the other one's in the water. That may look okay. However, I'm not really that keen on that idea. The other option is just to shrink that section just there and have it so that the train tracks more over to the left-hand side of the support beams. So just going to experiment a little bit more. These 8x8 plates obviously give me a 16 stud coverage over there. However, the train track's only 8 wide, so 10 would be more than adequate. So I'm just going to, as I said, experiment a little bit more and see if we can come up with a better idea. And here we have the latest version of the train support, and I think it's working out quite well. It seems to be strong enough. Obviously, time will tell once we get the train up and running on there. I will be putting some plates along the bottom of the Technic brick just to give it a little bit more strength along there. It'd be nice to put some details on the top as well by the side of the train track. It would be nice if they've got the black cheese wedges on the pick brick wall again. It'd be good to be able to cover those over, and I think a box of those would do the job perfectly. On the ends of these parts just here on both sides, it would be nice to put some more details there as well. So that's something I'm going to experiment with. But I'm a lot happier with the view that you get from the top here, peering down at the front of the buildings here and the fire station. It's a lot better here as well. There's just a little bit more light creeping through as well. So it's yeah, happy with how that's all coming along. But it's nice to get this front section all sorted. Now, one of the next things I'll be working on in the city are the bridge supports that are going to be here. And then I can tile off this entire section with the water detail. So I just need to work out the exact positioning for it to line up with the ramp of the bridge over the far side there. And here we have the lights on the fire station, and loving how they're looking. There's just enough light on the outside for how I want it to look. You can't really tell the details of the top of the building at the moment, but that's what the lamppost will be for when we get those all installed into the city. But the light inside the building is great, and as I said, loving the look from the outside. These Gaming Bricks lights really are transforming the city. So once again, thank you very much, Nikita, for sending those through to me. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Gotham City in Lego, if you could share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for walking on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.